Do women ever think, damn, he's been through so much. I better treat him like the cat girl and queen he is. Oh, is that what my wife did to me? I have so many questions now. I have so many questions for my wife. Hey, it's time for some more trans memes. Most of you have really been enjoying the affirmations that I throw into these videos, and I'm starting to joke that I'm just an affirmation ASMR meme reviewer at this point, but it makes me feel so good knowing that you all really enjoy my videos and the content that I make, and I'm really looking forward to making some more. So let's go ahead and enjoy these memes, enjoy the affirmations that come with them, and I'll see you at the end. You're faced with a button. This button will instantly change your body into whatever you desire. Pushed. Done. Hitting it. That's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm hitting that button. I don't need to read the rest of this. There's no way I need to read the rest. Why do I need to read the rest of this? I'm sorry. But you don't need to know what it is. It knows. You will you press the button? Spoiler alert. If you do, that probably means you're trans. Of course I'm trans. No, I understand, like, this button, like, this meme is kind of more directed at eggs, maybe, but, like, yeah, I'm pushing the button. Of course I'm pushing the button. Yeah, 100% that's me. Like, need I say more? Need I, like, point out more? That button's getting smashed. Someone calls me a he. I get euphoria. Egg me. Well, I guess it's nothing. Oh my God. Whenever I would get gendered even remotely correctly, when I was called miss or ma'am or she, I was just, no, let's go. And then there's something in the back of my head that goes, were they talking to us? I don't think they were talking to us. There's no way they were talking to us. You can't be talking to us, right? You can't be talking to us. And it's just, brains are silly, and they always don't want us to, like, have a good time and, you know, always try to, like, overanalyze things, even though that's not always the case. So trust me, you are the he for sure. It is you. You are not faking anything, and you never will be. It is something, and you should know that. Me to my chosen name. Oh dear, gorgeous. Me to my dead name. You donkey. Real. I mean, oh my God, my dead name. I always had never liked my dead name, even like when I still thought I was cis. Like, I went by my middle name more often than not. And I went by my actual, like, dead name. But even then, like, it was just, it was kind of partially for internet safety, but at the same time, I really didn't like my dead name. I liked my nickname. My nickname was great. It was a singular letter, just one letter, and you can't really gender a letter. You really can't, but it's so much better. I love my chosen name. It's so good. It's so beautiful, and it makes me feel so good. Gender euphoria is just as good of a reason to transition as gender dysphoria is. Facts. 100% is. Because, like, whenever I was figuring out that I was trans, I never felt dysphoria. I never really had I mean, I felt dysphoria, but I didn't know that it was dysphoria. I found out that it was dysphoria later on, but I felt euphoria first, and that is how I knew I was trans. When I put on a bra with breast forms for the first time and saw my body in the mirror, that's how I knew I was trans. When I started tucking and realized that I enjoyed tucking, even like before I was trans, the fact that I knew that I liked tucking made me know that I was trans. So I much rather prefer saying that you being trans is more based off of the gender euphoria that you get than the dysphoria that you feel. If you feel more euphoric presenting and being seen as a gender that you would prefer to be seen as, then that makes you trans, and that's a-okay. Getting misgendered by being called she. Getting misgendered by being called he. Hey, listen, I feel this. Anytime I get any pronoun outside of, like, he, him, it feels so good. Even if you're non-binary, like, it just feels so much better to just not get, like, be misgendered with, like, your dead gender, necrogender, dead gender, X gender, your X gender. It sounds like I broke up with the gender. Ooh, wait. I mean, I technically did break up with becoming a boy, which makes me an X-man, and I really like that joke. So yeah, X gender. But it feels so much better when you're not hit with your X gender and you don't have to, like, really worry about it. There's, like, a level of gratification there that feels so good, and it's just, I can't. It just feels so good. Why couldn't I fit in with girls growing up? Because you're not a girl, dip. Yeah, I mean, kind of how I felt with like fitting in with other guys is I never really fit in. Like I was constantly just not with the rest of the guys, and I don't know, I kind of just wrote it off as being different or being more feminine. And in hindsight, the more feminine aspect is kind of true, but at the same time, I vibed more with the girls. Like I had more fun with the girls, I hung out with girls more often, and I just chilled with girls more often. And I never thought much of it, neither did my mom. Yeah, that should have been a sign. That honestly should have been a sign. Spending time with girlfriend. She notices all the egg and trans feb memes on my phone. She asks if I may be trans. She tells me she'll love me even if I turn out to be a trans femme, and asks me if I want to explore my gender identity together. Yo, let's go. That's absolutely amazing. Listen, we love supportive partners. That literally my wife, except it wasn't finding a lot of egg and trans memes on my phone. I was having identity crisis in my office, and she was just like, "Are you okay?" And I said something, and her look on her face was, "I need you to think about what you just said." So, Dad, about me being trans. It doesn't change anything. I mean, yeah, but just gonna take you some time to adjust. Really? Oh, don't worry. I already know a few things about trans people. Well, first I knew this lovely trans woman in the 80s. She was a bar owner, and we were always there, having free drinks. I even visited her a few years after that. Oh, and I helped a few young people at my job. They want to transition too, so we're trying to help. To be honest, screw gender norms. I mean, I'm not the manliest of men, and I'm very happy like that. Oh, yeah, I don't know, it's kind of amazing sometimes of like how we've always been present and how there's always been a positive impact by our community to those around us. And there's always like a lot of excitement around people figuring out who they are and becoming who they want to be. So, Bubbleverse, I'm happy to see that your dad's very accepting, and that is absolutely amazing. And I don't know, sometimes we're always scared to come out to our parents because we don't know how they'll accept us, and that's valid. That is 100% valid, because there are a bunch of horror stories of how people's parents are not accepting of them. But sometimes you will be surprised by how accepting some of your family can be, whether that be your parents, your grandparents, your aunts or uncles, whoever it may be. You don't know other people's experiences, and the only thing we can really honestly do is just hope and trust that they will take things positively. And it's always good to have an escape plan for just in case if they don't. Have something ready for just in case. Your safety is most important, and it should always be the most important thing. 'Cause I know in my last video there were a lot of memes about fighting and standing for what's about to come, and I know there are a lot of trans people out there who are scared and who have to get out of the state that they're in, and that's okay. You do what you need to do to be safe, and then be happy. Safety first, happiness second has been something that I've said a lot, and I hate saying it. I truly honestly do, but I would much rather see you be happy once you're in a safe space and that you're able to feel like you can safely be yourself, because then you're truly happy and you don't have to worry about anything. So we'll get through this, and you'll find people who will accept you for who you are and for the way that you are. I hug other women slightly off center so that our boobs fit together like a puzzle. Ah, yes, Tetris. Wait, I gotta go test something now. Love? Before smoking one marijuana cigarette, after smoking one marijuana cigarette. Oh, maybe I need to stop eating gummies. I need to rethink my life choices. I wish this is how it worked. God, I would... Shout out to Buy IRL for this one. This was so good. I am 70% water, 30% other things, and 100% done with being a boy. Yeah, mood. Listen, this is felt. This is 100% felt. Honestly, you can also like edit this as well as just being done with being a girl and put the other Pokemon trainer here. But like, by the time that I started transitioning, I was so done with being a boy, and I was so done as being perceived as a guy, and I'm so over being misgendered. Like, I've stopped caring. I really have stopped caring, and have just started wearing outfits that I feel are most comfortable and are like just peak peak femme, like peak woman. Sometimes I dress a little butch, and sometimes I just, ugh. Oversized sweaters are such a cure for everything. Gender. What Eevee evolution are you? Ooh, wait, actually, hold on. I kind of actually, okay. I don't know how many of you have seen my vids on Instagram, but I do have very much vibes of like Glaceon because I wear a lot of athleisure wear, and also sometimes, like 10% of the time, Umbreon. Surprisingly, maybe not so surprising, but yeah. What are you all? I'm very curious. How many of you all are going to say Sylveon? How many? How many of you are going to say Sylveon? Because I bet there's a lot of you. Maybe you just haven't had a good dick. Haven't the? My girlfriend has a dick. Yeah, maybe her girlfriend does have a dick. What do you have to say about it? Who cares? I don't know. It's so dumb. Like, also, we love lesbians who are just all around inclusive. You all have no idea how much good work you do. You have no idea. Simply by just accepting trans women. But yeah, I don't know. I hate how there's this like thought that like, oh well, you're only a lesbian because you're fat and ugly and you've never had a good dick, and it's just like, who dates you? Like, excuse me, who even gave you the right to like breathe air? It's kind of the same. God, this is like the same thing with like people who are like asexual and aromantic, like, well, maybe you just haven't found the right person yet. And it's just like, or maybe they're just not interested in people, period. Maybe they're just fine living a life by themselves, happy, reading books, watching movies, eating garlic bread, having cake. Like, why is it any of your business? Who cares? Are they happy? Yes? Okay, good. That's all that matters. That's all that should matter. Convincing my family to not let me come home for Christmas. I'm a closeted trans person and will be misgendered. Yeah, especially after the election, like, I can't blame anybody for not letting him go home. Even more so if you're in like a red state, it's so much worse. We've already told my parents and my in-laws that we're not coming back ever to Missouri because of what has gone down, and obviously we don't feel safe. And I'm like very privileged to be able to say that, and very fortunate to be able to say that. But I truly feel for all my siblings out there who aren't as privileged and as fortunate, and I'm going to do as much as I can to try to help you all out. I mean, just a week from when this is being recorded, I finished doing a week-long donathon where we raised 3.5K for Trans Lifeline. And on the 11th, I'm partaking in the Trans Lifeline raid train on Twitch. So I'm gonna be fundraising for groups that I know help the trans community as much as I can, and there will be some other charities that I'll do as well. I've been meaning to do some, and I've just been too scared, and now is the time for me to do it. I should have done it months ago. I should have started months ago. I should have started a year ago, but it's never too late to start, and we're gonna help. We're gonna get you through. We're gonna get all of us through. Every single last one of us, we're gonna get through this. But yeah, I don't blame you for not wanting to go see family because you don't feel comfortable with them, or you don't feel like it's gonna be a safe space for you. That's not something that you should be ashamed of, and that's not something that you should have to justify. But I totally understand that sometimes you have to justify it and be like, no, I'm not doing this for these reasons. So I hope things go well. I hope you can have somewhat of a good holiday holding out for you. When the dysphoria gets so bad that you hit this pose, sometimes you just want to curl up into a ball and cry and not even think about the world that's around you, because it's so much easier to do that. And it's okay to do that. Work through your feelings, figure out what's going on, feel through them, go through them, and come out the other end feeling much better about yourself, knowing that things will get better, and knowing that the dysphoria doesn't always define who you are. You know, we can go find you clothing that is more comfortable for you and that presents you in a way that you feel most comfortable in, even if it is that dysphoria hoodie or the Amazon skirt. And then let's go cuddle the blow high and just watch some YouTube, watch some Netflix, watch Hulu, or whatever you would want to watch. And let's just have a day where we relax and chill and have a good time. Don't ever feel bad for feeling these feelings. It's okay. We all go through it. And if you ever wanted to talk while we were hanging out, you're more than welcome to speak. But otherwise, I can just be a body here that just sits and watches the shows next to you. Or maybe, you know, if you want to play on my Steam Deck or on my Switch, you can go for it. I don't mind gaming next to somebody as well. I've got plenty of monsters that I need to hunt in World and in Rise that we can just vibe and chill. We don't have to play the same game. You can play whatever you want, and we can just relax and have a very nice time together. So yeah, okay, maybe I should get going on that affirmation ASMR soon. Trans women have male socialization. My brother in Christ, she can barely talk to the cashier and spends all day on the computer. She had no socialization at all. She's me for real. Yeah, oh god, I'm in this picture and I don't like it. Cause like, okay, yes, I'm a little outgoing. I like hanging out with people. I like going to karaoke and I like singing. I like doing, like playing Magic the Gathering and going out and playing Legacy. But for the most part, I like staying inside, playing my freaking video games and just being by myself. Like it feels, this is another reason why I like going through self-check and I like going through a freaking like a lane. Like, okay, part of the reason is fun fact about me, I'm a 2-time state bagging competitor. So it drives me up a wall when I'm watching people bag my groceries and they're putting things in the wrong, like they're not even following there's a structure. There's a structure to follow. And if you can't follow that structure, then you shouldn't be bagging. Stop. Go back to classes. God. It's gotten to the point that now my wife is just like, yeah, we're going through self-check. This is painful. We're going through self-check and you're the cashier. I'm like, yep, definitely. So, oh my God. No, yeah, I just... Hi, are you awake? Are you feeling good? It's time to take a little break because I want to thank all of my Patreons and my Twitch subscribers. Without all of your continued support, content like this isn't possible, and it's really been helping me to keep a roof over my head at this moment. I'm hoping to find that job sometime soon so I can start putting all of that money back into content and into the streams and into commissions for the channels. I've also been meaning to post more often on Patreon and even gave my Patreons a few days early access to this video. Hopefully, I can continue stuff like this in the future, show artwork that comes in, and share possible future stream collabs and ideas, such as the upcoming D&D one-shot that I owe chat for raising money for Trans Lifeline. Also, I don't know how many of you have seen my announcement recently, but there should already be a video up on the ASMR channel for those of you who are looking for more affirmations from me. Alright, on with the rest of the video. HRT? Oh, you mean the Auto Trans Fluid Exchange from $159.95? I mean, like, HRT here in the States is that expensive, but like, well, why does that have to call me out so hard? I'm so happy that I changed my HRT from freaking patches, which was costing me like $200 a month, to just doing the pill. Just back to the pill. I'm back to the pill. I'm melting it underneath my tongue, and oh my God, it's so much better. It is so much better. It's cheaper too. Whoever said money can't buy happiness is dumb. It can buy me this. Okay, but hear me out on this. What if that was free and medical insurance covered it? Huh? I mean, you're not wrong that money can buy that and bring happiness. However, what if it was free? What if it was actually covered by insurance? Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be nice? I think that would be. Anyways, facts though. Facts. 100% facts. I pick a great but slightly sad song to sing at my next open mic. Partway through my first practice, I break down sobbing. I guess the estrogen's working then. Whenever you just cry, like the number of times that I've wanted to cry in the past week has been almost daily for various reasons, whether they be happy cries or sad cries or just crying for the sake of crying. Yeah, it is working and it feels so good and it feels so euphoric. Like, who knew crying could be such just a really good feeling? Showing a game you mastered for many years to someone you care about. Okay, now press space to jump. Yeah, we have to protect younger trans people for sure. And those who are just coming out. And there are a lot of mistakes that I feel like I try to shield and protect younger trans folks from and younger queer folks from, because I don't want them to have to feel that pain. And I don't want them to have to relive that pain. I've already done it. It sucked. It was bad. But no one else should have to go through that. No one should have to go through the bullying and the harassment and have to feel like what they are is a fetish. That's how I felt for the longest time. And it sucked because it took me so long to deconstruct that and to finally figure out I'm a person, I'm trans, and that is okay. There's nothing about that is inherently sexual, and I want to make sure other people feel that way too, that they are just a person, they can be who they want to be, and that they are okay to be that person. So no one should have to go through that pain. No one should have to go through those feelings, and no one should have to feel that way ever again. The secret of happiness is T. What does the T stand for? Is it titties or is it testosterone? Because like, no, I know this is a trans mask meme, but yeah, the happiness starts with T. It does. But trans vims, it's titties, and for trans mask, it's testosterone. But yeah, no, honestly, whatever like a hormone works best for you is amazing, and it will make you happier. It makes a huge difference. It really, honestly does. Reading through some stuff. Man, I'm really into all the other effects of tea. But head hair loss? Me with the receding hairline? I mean, I'll look like Beetlejuice.
I need testosterone.
Oh man, I wish I could find this meme. It reminds me of the meme of like, I did not start testosterone to look like the buffest, manliest man out there. I took testosterone to look like Hank Hill. Listen, whatever gives you gender euphoria, that's all that matters. If you are liking the effects and you are looking forward to the effects and you have an image of how you want to look, whether it be the scrunkliest, like grungiest little guy, go for it. Honestly, I'm here for you for that. That's amazing and wonderful, and I'm so proud of you for wanting that. I don't like being a man, but sometimes it feels weird imagining being a girl. Hey, you don't have to be a girl or a boy. You could be non-binary. Really? Yep. Non-binary identities exist and are valid. Oh, but I want to be a girl so bad though. I know MBs are valid, but I just wish I could be a girl and have my brain be okay with it. Yeah, it's always like a weird thing to kind of sort out and figure out. And again, a lot of joy, I think, like this best of like, even if we identify as something else before we come to the identity that we are currently at, that identity never truly was a phase. It was a part of us and a part of who we are. And we should, like, being bi or being non-binary is not a phase. Those are real identities and they are valid. And in all honesty, if we think that we're non-binary, or it makes it more easier for us to be non-binary or bisexual or pansexual, whatever it may be, that was a stepping stone to figuring out who you were. And that's fine. It's okay. You were discovering yourself and you were figuring out who you were, and the fact that you finally came to the conclusion that you did is absolutely amazing. I'm very proud of you for being able to do that. With that said, you should also be very accepting of others when they say that they are bi or that they are non-binary. It doesn't matter if you think that they might be straight or pan or a lesbian or gay or trans femme or trans masc or aromantic or asexual. That's fine. That was all a stepping stone to figure out who they were finally. And we should always accept that person at their word for who they are. That is who we are. This community accepts people for who they are, so that way they can feel comfortable knowing that they can be themselves. And if that person figures out later on that they are someone else, then that's fine. They are on a journey, and where their journey leads them will not always be the same as where it led you. Give people space, give people time. Always just be there for them whenever they want new things. That's what matters. Hello, I am a butterfly. Hello, caterpillar. You are a caterpillar. Transphobia. Yeah, it's just the lack of understanding that people can change how they feel and they appear truly just goes right over their head, doesn't it? Transition predictions, expectations, probably what will happen. Head actually full of thoughts and slightly less depressed. None of the coolery effect though. Can cry, but still only barely. Boobs by technicality. Small waist will get more fatty, creating a big belly. The same stretch marks I had since I stopped being overweight. A little bit of thigh. The best possible outcome. Significantly happier and capable of avoiding anything she puts her mind to. Very estrogen, much tingly. Cries once a week. Radiant, curly hair. Bouncy even. Soft. Funny enough, even if I look perfect, I still don't like looking at myself. What's up with that? I mean, in all honesty, it's expectations versus reality, and this one, in fact, it does take some time for you to get to the part that's like the best possible outcome. But like, yeah, it also, I don't know, like it depends on when you start, because like I started later in life, and later being 28. I know there's people who start way later than I do, and so it all varies. but like even starting at 28, the amount of changes that I've seen and the amount of like positive things that have happened to me since I've started HRT has been amazing. And the fact that like I can finally be my happy self and my truest self is awesome, and I love that. So give it some time, you'll get what you're expecting. And even if you don't, like, there's still a lot to be appreciated, and there's things that you will appreciate more and that you will end up liking about your body more than you did before. It takes time. Trust me on that one, it does take time, but it gets better. Trans femmes sending each other affirmations. But you're the most beautiful, smartest, perfect girl in the world. Oh my god. All I have to say, when I first read this, the first thought that I had was, amateur. Come on now, you can do better, girlie. Why don't you describe to her how you think they're the most beautiful woman out there, or even the smartest and the most perfect girl in the world? I mean, you don't have to have the ASMR voice to do it, but in all honesty, if you really want to fluster a trans girl, look her dead in the eyes and say, you are radiant. You radiate so much warmth and so much beauty from that smile that you get. I see how happy you are when you simply just put on a dress. You shine so much light so that others don't ever have to be in the dark again. And it is so wonderful. You get so giddy about the littlest things and the smallest things that I love hearing you ramble on about your hobbies. It is so cute, so adorable, and it brings so much warmth into my life that I could just listen to you speak for hours on end. You are just stunning and absolutely amazing, and God, this world does not deserve who you are. And then you can watch her melt. How many of you got red in the face? How many of you just got red in the face from me just doing that? I know what I can do with my voice, and I absolutely love that I can do it. It's such a good power. It's such a fun power. And yes, I will use it for however I need. I do feel that we get very enthusiastic and we always want to uplift each other, and it's so good. Hi. Unfortunately, it's time to wrap up this video. I hope you all enjoyed it just as much as you've enjoyed the others, and I want to thank you so much for getting to this point. It means a lot to me that you watch my videos, and even more that you've made it to the end. Thank you again to my Patreons and my Twitch subscribers for your continued support. It means a lot to me that people would even give their support. I don't know what to say other than thank you. You all have done so much for me and for the community, and I'm in a constant state of shock because of you all. Thank you so much for being who you are, and I'll see you next time. I will always uplift my friends whenever I can, and maybe I will snip that a little bit and send it to a couple of my friends out of context and see how they react. No warnings, no nothing. I just send it to them, and we'll maybe in the edits I will see if they're okay with me putting up the responses here. Hey, you reached it to the secret little outro that I have. I'm very proud of you for all that you've done, all that you've accomplished, and all that you will do. You've done an amazing job, and you should be proud of that. I know that things feel hard and that things look bleak, but this too shall pass, and we will all thrive at the end of this. Just know that you are doing a wonderful job, and the people around you notice. Be sure to take care of yourself and give yourself some time to relax, sweetie. You're a good being, and I'm very proud of you. You've got this. We have got this.